Hollywood's latest self-glorifying Oscar bait film, She Said, has been a complete and total failure in the box office in the most hilarious way possible because this movie is historically bad. This is a historic flop, and it is so bad that the elites, the celebrities, are not happy with the fact that nobody, like barely anybody at all, went to go see this film in theaters. To be honest, it just continues to show that Hollywood is completely out of touch with what Americans are interested in, what we want, and they have no idea. And it is funny to watch them try to figure us out, but really all we want are just good stories. And when you give us continual crap like this, people have no interest, okay? People have no interest in seeing a film like this. She Said bombs, but why aren't award season movies resonating with audiences? Why aren't you going to see our movies? You're supposed to be consuming sheep. That is all you are supposed to be. They can't stand the fact that this was a failure for this film, that this movie failed this badly. Usually Oscar bait movies do not do all that well in the box office, but this movie is on a whole other level. Quentin Tarantino, who has been blunt about the state of the movie business on a recent episode of the Director's Video Archives podcast, the man who helped usher in the golden age of indie film with Pulp Fiction, declared this to be the worst era in Hollywood history, matched only by other such nadirs as the 1950s and 80s. So, I mean, and he is completely correct about this. The good thing about being in a bad era of Hollywood cinema is the films that don't conform are the ones that stand out from the pack. Which, you know, you can look at things like Top Gun Maverick as a great example of that, for why that movie is still one of the most successful movies of this year. Is because that film did not conform to the nonsense that Hollywood is continuing to try to give us. What must be said about Weinstein drama, She Said? So basically, this movie is about the New York Times story that was written, and the New York Times basically seeking to expose Weinstein and everything else, which in itself is it's a good thing. I totally understand that, and I think that everything that happened with Weinstein was absolutely terrible, and it's good that he got the justice that he deserves. But of course, this film does not deal with some of the other things that the New York Times was dealing with at that point either. Things like the Covington Catholic scandal, the Russian collusion hoax, the Very Fine People hoax, and all of those other things that were, things that were also happening around that time. This film is only sticking out to make the New York Times look good, okay? This is basically, Hollywood scratching the back of the media, and the media scratching the back of Hollywood. That is what this movie is all about. No wonder people did not want to go see this movie in theaters. There's bad, and then there's what she said. Universal's $32 million drama unfolded with just $2.2 million this weekend in over 2,000 theaters. The worst performance from a major studio release this year. That is how bad this film was in the box office. And of course, overall, people are at least kind of enjoying the film, but that isn't really saying much because, like, literally no one is going to see this film. Like, as you can see here, pretty much all the critics went to go see this film. They flocked to the theaters to go see this movie when it came out, but barely anyone in the audience went to go see it. And that is a sign that even if this movie is a well-made film, people don't care, okay? Hollywood is completely out of touch with what we want, and that is completely evident with the failure of this movie, She Said. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.